Hey, Kajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, back credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sent in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how's everybody doing this morning on this Thursday morning? Good to see each and every one of you. Let's see who was first in the chat. I just want to make a quick point on the intro where you see the two different scrolls, two different video clips of the members. Someone asked me yesterday, why am I running the same one twice? Actually, if you watch real close, the first one is all members of the channel. The second clips are those who are gifted membership from someone in the chat, like Michael and all others who have been gifting. And so that second scroll is all those that have been gifted as members. So that's why you have two different ones. Beulah, hello, good morning and welcome. And yes, you are first in the chat. Michael, tell her what she's won. First in the chat. Hello, Stacy. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see ya. Hello, good morning and welcome. Carol, hope you're feeling better. Hope you're getting well soon. And living my best life. I got your message and I will be taking care of that for your new schedules for the summer. I did get it, but I haven't done it yet. Yarn again. Hello, good morning and welcome, but I did get it. I'll take care of that for you this weekend. Let's see. Mark, hello, good morning and welcome. And Patrick, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And Robin, hello, good morning and welcome. And Joe, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And there's Jennifer already dropping them links. There's our feature channel of the week. Check her out. She's starting. She does her regular shows 3 days a week. And she's also co-host now with Mark and Mike on Sundays. So definitely check her channel out. And also don't forget today, Carol's auction with the steals and deals is actually still on. But it's on Irene and Leo's channel today. And I'll go over that when I go through the calendar. Also, don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to Dawn's Southern Finds, Dawn and Susie Woozy, because they do rotate their show every Thursday at 9:30. And I believe it may be on Dawn's channel today because I think it was on Susie's last week. Lisa, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. The Deacon Shaves. Hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Bonnie, hello, hello, good morning and welcome. And yes, you just got received a gift in the chat. So what I need to do is, Michael, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. And of course, we're going to start the morning show off. Why not with a chair dance? Glammaz loves this kind of stuff, and I do too. So let's get started with the chair dance with Michael gifting membership. The dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it. And also, Bonnie, now that you are a member, this is for you.
Attention, attention, new member. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend and family member of the Kajun Roots Reseller channel. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. And let's see, there's Bonnie. Hello, hello, good morning and welcome. And Sarah Jenkins. Hello, hello, good morning and welcome. And how did y'all hear about the channel? Thank you for coming by. It's great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Stephen, hello, hello, good morning and welcome, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you. Little Debbie, hello, hello, good morning and welcome. How you doing? Good to see y'all. Welcome. Shaves doing great. Celebrating 10 years. Ordained today. Congratulations. I bought a $40 grab and go storage unit yesterday. Awesome. See you expecting it from this type buy. Awesome. Checking it out. We'll see it. You're welcome. And thank you all. All right, today's calendar of events. Do not forget at 9:30, right after this show, is Dawn's Southern Finds. Dawn, and I believe today it is on her channel today. At 10 o'clock, you also have Irene and Leo, where she's hosting the Carol's Steals and Deals auction today with 2 guests. Stacy May Catitude goes live at 10 as well. At 11 o'clock is Leslie's Lucky Finds. 11:30 is Jackass Retro. Leslie's Lucky Finds at 11. Jackass Retro at 11:30. 2 Hip Chicks, Darn and Mary, go live at 12 o'clock. And then at 1 o'clock is Saved Here First Ella with her 2 guests. Usually it's 2 guests. 4 o'clock is Creative Creations by Miss Denise when she goes live with Dawn's channel and Josie's Place. At 5 o'clock is Victoria and Nana Tink's auction. And at 6:30 is Roy, Dust Not Included with Janine's. At 7 o'clock, if they're still on, as far as I know, they are scheduled for tonight. And I believe it's going to be probably on Chuck's channel, because last week it was on Nate's channel, is the 2 Bitters. And 7 o'clock is the Vintage Hippie. At 8 o'clock is Miss Nancy with her Ancestral Beginning. 8 o'clock is Caucasian Sasquatch. 8 o'clock is also Scooter Renee LLC, where she does her live auction. At 8:30 is Living My Best Life at 60 Important Tips, is the title of her show tonight. At 9 o'clock is Southern Siren Vintage. And at 9 o'clock is also Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore with Helen with the Laverne and Shirley show. That's at 9 o'clock. So there's the list of lineups for the day. And let's see, where was I at? Right here, Bonnie, everybody saying hello. Stacy, Lisa. Hetty, hello, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Well, I can't stay, just stopping by. Well, thank you very much, Bonnie. It's always a great pleasure to have y'all in the chat, and thank y'all for stopping by. I understand things have to get done, but I really greatly appreciate it. Look at Todd coming right on in. How you doing, Todd? Good to see you. Did you catch the last chart? I have fridge issues. Well, I'm gonna have to check that out, little Debbie. I don't remember getting a notification that you did a chart. Oh, I like the flowers. All right. So without further ado, if you have come, I watch all your shows. Well, thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Thank you for also becoming into the chat and joining us in the morning. Oh yeah, I saw you. I was watching some of your videos the other day. All right. So let's go ahead. If you are here and you have questions, have not taken that step yet to get on selling on Poshmark, and you just have those questions that might help you make that decision to start selling on Poshmark, well, you've come to the right place today. If you have any questions, we're going to ask that you do ask them in the chat, whether you put the word question all in caps or you put the big Q and then dash and at Kajun Roots. And that way I can catch your questions, and I try to keep up with the chat, which I try to. And so far it's been working, but sometimes it just gets away with so much busyness in the chat, but I love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started, and let's bring on none other than, I call her my queen of Poshmark, none other than, here's Glammaz Closet.
I also accept Princess of Poshmark.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm just messing. I'm probably not even the CEO.
Okay, let me start with a question, but before we get started, I want you to tell everybody who may be new here, who have not been to our Poshmark question and answer show before. Talk a little bit about yourself, how you got started, and your channel. Promote your channel.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, hello, everybody in the chat. Mwah. Good morning, my loves. Good morning. It's good to see everybody. I got started on Poshmark. I kind of jumped on the reselling bandwagon during the pandemic after the first about 3 months of my furlough, and I was being paid to stay at home, but I was bored, guys. You can only have drinks on your deck for so long before you're like, what else is happening? So I started watching these reselling videos with the Texas Cow Jewelry Treasures, and I started watching Johnny, and I started watching some other people, and I decided to give it a whirl. And because my first love was always fashion, and like, I'm kind of a girly girl, so makeup, jewelry, all that stuff. So I started off with Poshmark, and it just seemed to click for me. That was like kind of my wheelhouse. So I've been selling on Poshmark for almost 3 years now, and it's been going really well. I just love it as a platform. It has its faults. Every platform does. But it seems to be kind of my wheelhouse, and it's a place I'm really comfortable with. And even if you have like t-shirts or comic books or candles or anything, they sell that stuff on Poshmark too. And I have a YouTube channel. I also have a YouTube channel. I'm an idiot, guys, in the morning. I really need more coffee. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Glammaz Closet, and it's spelled Glammaz and then closet. And we talk about not just Poshmark. I do a live every Sunday at 10 a.m. We do a brunch with Glammaz, and that's 10 a.m. Central, so it's 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, and 8 a.m. Pacific. And we have brunch, and I just go live, and we just talk about everything. Most of the time, I try to relay whatever reseller news I've been able to collect during the week, including things that are happening on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, all across different channels, the RealReal, ThreadUp, everything that I can get a hold of. And then we talk a little bit about fashion news, what's going on in fashion. And it's not always like, here's the runway. Sometimes it's something as simple as, hey, Walmart, has banned this t-shirt, so now the price is tripled or something like that. And then we also have salty treats because, sometimes there are things in reselling and in life that make us a little salty, and we talk about those. And then I always love to do shout outs and sweets for the sweetest. This is one of the best communities ever, and I always love to give thanks where thanks is due and have an attitude of gratitude at the end, just to wrap us up and get our day started right on the right foot.
All right. I do have a question already there for you, so let's switch up a little bit here and get to Todd's question. How important is the sharing stuff on Posh?
Todd, that's a great question, and it's not one that has a super easy answer. But the short answer is very, and the long answer is sharing other people's stuff doesn't really put them towards the top of the menu, so it doesn't really, like, it'll count towards your ambassador status, but at this point it doesn't actually physically put them towards the top of the search engine like it would if you're sharing your own stuff. It's important to share other Poshers, because if your goal is to become a Poshmark ambassador or a gold ambassador, you have to do that. I use a bot for that, and again, I have Posher VA, And I pay a monthly fee for that. It's $25 a month. And for the $25, it shares my closet like as often as I like to schedule it, so I can actually leave it for a day and it's still sharing. Or it's, I'll just do like continuous share when I feel like there's a heavy sales day coming. So I'll do like, let's do 5 in a row. But you can also set it up to where and it's really user friendly. You can also set it up to where it does community shares. So like if somebody shares something of yours, it'll share back, and you can choose however many items in their closet you want to share back. And I usually do 3 per closet. So it's one of those things where, there's an easy way to do it and there's a tough way to do it. And the tough way to do it is to click, share, click, share, click, share. I don't recommend it, but if you are just starting out and you haven't done a lot of Poshmark, it may not be worth it right away to get into a sharing bot. You may just want to do a little bit, like just do share other people's stuff, like maybe 10 times a day. Just share, one other person's stuff, maybe 1 or 2 things from their closet. I would not be at the keyboard all day, click, 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 sharing. I would, if you've got enough to do that, then you probably should get a bot. And like I said, my bot, and when I say bot, I mean like they call it a virtual assistant. So you just download this thing to your computer. You pay $25 a month. In my case, you pay $25 a month, but there are some that are free. There are some other options where you can cross list. So it's one of those things where I just trust the bot to do it because I pay him enough.
All right, being on this topic, also, Michael says, sharing is caring, just don't share too much. You were talking about when you first get started. Yeah. The question to add to that, to piggyback, when you're starting out, when should someone decide, or when should they take that step to think about getting into virtual assistant if they want to start sharing things out compared to them doing one at a time, or depending on how many listings they have? When should they take that step?
I really would recommend if you have like 70 or more listings, probably even 60 or more listings, I would probably go ahead and, if you can afford it, I would go ahead and pay for the bot, or I would use a service like, what is it, List or Flip that's free?
Yep. Flip is free.
It's FLYP. I would use a service like that because if you're sharing, if you have that many, you really, really need to be pushing your closet and sharing it daily.
And I do have an affiliate link in the bottom. It is free. There is a free version. And they just recently have been trying to add new platforms to that for you to cross-post. And one of the good things about it is with Poshmark, they do offer the free sharing as long as you sign up for it and you implement and merge your accounts to it. You have to basically link them. And then when you do that, you can go in and share the items, and it is free through Flip.
Yeah.
Also, I saw where Dawn says that she uses share portions of the Flip, and it works great, and it is free. And yes, they just recently started adding that, but I think they're working on next to bring Etsy into it. So hopefully they do, because I want to try it out. I tried it out and I like it because if something sells, it lists, when you go to look at the listing, it even shows, if you have it on other platforms, it'll show you which of those platforms it's sold off of. So that way it should automatically take it off the original listing of the others that you cross-posted from. Renee asked a question. Is there a way to share to all Poshers and not to your followers?
It's not really, sort of, but not. Here's the thing. They have what's called Posh parties, and they have those 4 times a day. The one in the morning is really specific. So the one that starts at 11 a.m. Central, and I would guess 10 a.m. Eastern, is very specific about what, it'll be like all these designer brands, and then it'll have a list and stuff like that. And then they get more generic as you go. So if you want to share to everybody, I guess the Posh parties are the way to go, but you're going to get lost. My problem with that is that you get lost in the mix, because if you look at a Posh party, a lot of it has like, a lot of them have like 2, 4, 6 million people sharing things on Posh. I would say the very best way to get it to everybody is to share it to your followers. And it doesn't matter if you don't have that many followers. What matters is that when you share your listing, it puts you at the top of the search engine. And that's not just the Poshmark search engine. It's also like if somebody were to Google something at within minutes of you sharing it. And because it's at the top of the Poshmark feed, it'll pop that into Google. So you get a lot of.
Okay, she rephrased the question. It should have said, "Is there a way to share all Poshers and not
just your followers only?" Yeah, not just the people who follow your closet.
Right.
So when you hit followers, you're sharing directly to your followers. News feed, but more importantly, what you're doing is you're putting your listing at the top of that news feed, and it puts it at the top of the search engines, not just for Poshmark, but for other things too. So it is important to share, because every time you share, you move your stuff towards the top of the news feed, and you will. You only have 850 followers. My recommendation is just start following people, and they will follow back. And followers just come with time.
Yeah.
They just come with time.
Michael, let's see. Michael says that Poshmark VA is lovely if you have a larger closet. Is a must that you have in your selling aerosol.
I think it's a great tool. You're right, Michael. You would. It's almost a must-have for a selling arsenal. If you have over 150 listings, even you don't even have to have a really giant closet for it to really pay for itself.
When you share your own closet, it moves your stuff to the top of the feed. That's kind of like sharing it to everyone.
That's exactly right.
Hello, Mama.
And again, if you're moved to the top of the news feed, and if you're in the news feed and you've just shared, there's a better chance that somebody who's Googling looking for your specific item and in a search engine is going to find you first.
Right. All right. So if you have any questions about Poshmark, you've come to the right place. Go ahead and ask in the chat. And if you have specific questions when you're not selling on Poshmark, but you just haven't taken that step yet and you're wondering what that question could be answered for you, here's the place. We try to do this every Thursday. We do the Poshmark, and it's amazing on the questions that come up, and it's amazing how you never know who someone else may have that same question but just is afraid to ask. Remember, we want you to ask those questions. That's what we do every Thursday here for Poshmark. And so I know I have not taken the plunge yet because I got so much on my plate already. I don't know if I got time for that. But anywho, one of the things I want to discuss, because some people have this notion that Poshmark is only clothing.
Yeah.
I'm understanding that they have been starting to branch out into different types of categories. So talk a little bit about the category situation and about why people should take that chance, because it's not just clothing anymore.
Well, Poshmark began as like a clothing and accessories sort of platform. But also, lately they've increased into like pets. You can sell pet stuff. It has to be new with tags. You can sell electronics. They have, if you sell comic books, they do have kids and books. They do have, home goods section. So I think it's My theory is that the more eyes on your product, the better, and you want that across all platforms, because the Etsy buyer may not be the eBay buyer, may not be the Poshmark buyer, may not be the you may have somebody who's normally shops on eBay and they don't like, they're not looking for a paisley skirt, but maybe somebody on Poshmark is very specific and wants a paisley skirt for this particular thing. So I think it's always good to cross list everywhere you can. Just increase your audience, increases your market. When you increase your market, you increase your marketing. And guys, I'm so sorry, I'm still allergic to the world. I keep taking these allergy medicines and they just make my nose run more. So yeah, Poshmark sells a lot more than that. I have sold, I've sold makeup for sure, accessories, I've sold hats, I've sold shoes, but more importantly, I don't sell just that. I sell things like home goods. If I come across a cute Yankee Candle thing, I'll sell that. If I come across, I don't know, something weird in the thrift store that I don't think I'm ever going to see again, I'll pick it up and I can flip that on Poshmark. It's not the only thing. And I've sold CDs on there. I just sold a box set of the Hunger Games that I came across for super cheap. So, there's any place where you can, I think any place where you have an opportunity to sell, if you're going to put in the effort to sell anyway, go ahead, go for it.
This reminds me of the saying my dad used to say when I was growing up with my grandfather. And this is just a great example. Somebody may be just selling on Etsy, or somebody may be just selling on Posh or eBay, and that's the only thing they sell on. And like my dad and them used to always say, never put all your eggs in one basket.
That's right.
So with diversifying your listings on the different platforms, you get more eyes on your product. Now, I'm not sure how serious this question is, but we're going to ask it because it is a question in the chat. Todd would like to know, do I have to dress well to sell on Posh?
I sell on Posh, and I'm literally on a live show right now with a lot of followers, and I'm wearing a t-shirt. So no. As a matter of fact, Silver here, one of my best sellers are Harley Davidson t-shirts. Not even a lie.
I still list teapots and coffee mugs on Posh.
Yeah, absolutely. People love that stuff. I mean, honestly, there's so much stuff that you can do. I don't really do clothes, not a few. Jewelry, shoes, lots of home goods. That's awesome.
Please don't forget. Thank you very much, John. That does help the channel, y'all. Please. All right. I don't really do clothing because she's done her list from before. She typed it twice. Let's see. Yarn again. Let's see. At least you don't put eggs in the basket because they're around the crack. Hello, Puddling Prophet.
You ain't padding your basket right then.
Exactly.
Huh?
I don't want to see what you were going to wear.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
On a t-shirt or dressed up for me. I hear that.
For me too.
Right.
One does not become glamorous all at once. Trust me, it happens.
I have to make
I wake up looking like this.
I understand, Renee. I was going through and I got into this little rabbit hole because I got everything set up for my morning show, and I get into this rabbit hole with Facebook, and you go through some of the posts. I came across a post today that Jennifer dropped about a pair of earrings that she put on the on her Etsy store. You gotta go check it out. I'm telling you.
Is it the Yves Saint Laurent ones? Because holy crap,
Sarah Coventry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I saw the post this morning when I was going down the rabbit hole of Facebook this morning.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, look at this. And it was a Sarah Coventry set. I think it was like an earrings and a brooch set that she posted.
Oh, nice.
I think it looked like it was I can't remember the stones, but it was a beautiful red. But there's her links. Y'all gotta go check it out. She listed it on Etsy, and it was on Facebook when she posted it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a brooch and a pair of earrings. All right, I'm dropping the link for the channel. If you would like to come and join us for the topic of the day and questions of the day with Poshmark, you're more than welcome to. Or if you just want to come on and promote your channel, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Also, remember at 9:30, Dawn's Southern Finds Dawn. We'll be going live from the doghouse with Susie Woozy. It was a leaf brooch red AB crystals. Beautiful.
Oh, God, I love the AB rhinestone, like the crystals.
The red was like really popping in this.
Yeah.
I have brand new Harley t-shirts that I actually bought when I was on vacation. Can you get good money for them on Posh, or do you have to have it really cheap to sell?
The question that you have has so many variables. I would say, okay, you have brand new Harley t-shirts. What size? Are they men's or ladies? Can you get good money for them? How long do you want to sit on them? And what do you mean by good money? And what do you mean by cheap? So there's a lot of variables there. I can tell you that if I had a brand new Harley t-shirt that was like, let's say just a men's size large.
Extra large men's.
Extra large men's. If I had an extra large men's new with tags Harley t-shirt, I would do the same thing with that I would do with eBay, where I'd pop 25 on it and, and then take offers.
And she says she also has one small ladies.
And one small ladies. The funny thing is, you would think that because it's Poshmark, it's more of a ladies sort of, you would think that ladies shop there more. I'm going to tell you that usually in my case, and I don't know about anybody else's case, I can't speak to anybody else. In my case, the first Harleys that sell are usually the men's ones. And the bigger the size, the better.
John, I gave you a comment in the chat. I don't know if you saw it. I didn't see a comment from it. If you would check on that. I would like to work with you on that because I found out the information for you. All right, we do have another question coming in from Joe. Do you have an additional fee on Posh when an item is listed after a time?
Joe, they do not do that. I have some things in my closet that I actually have to go out and sort of remind myself to clear out some of the dead stock in my closet that just hasn't gotten any likes or anything for over a year. If it's been in there for over a year, sometimes I have to remind myself to clear it out because they don't charge you for any of the fees unless when you sell something, they charge you 20%. And that's a hefty fee, but they don't charge you for like promoted listings. They don't, well, at this point, they don't charge you for having things listed for any long amount of time. You can list it, you can put something on there and list it forever until it sells.
Okay, and Jennifer said it's actually a brooch pendant with matching earrings.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The Simpsons, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Hi. Good morning, Simpsons.
Let's see here. Gotcha. All right, you're welcome. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, you feel free to ask in the chat, especially when it has to do with Poshmark. If anybody would like to join us on the morning show, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Anyone is welcome. Also, the link is at the top of the chat. If you'd like to come on and promote your channel, you're more than welcome to do that. How much are Posh fees?
Posh takes a 20% fee off of the top of each sale. Unless you are at $10 or less, they take an automatic $2.95. And then if you offer discounts on shipping, you have to absorb the cost difference between their regular shipping cost, which is all priority, no matter what you do all of your shipping through them. You have to make up the difference between their shipping cost, the cost that the customer pays, and the cost. So for example, if I did like $4.99 shipping and the shipping is $8, I would be responsible for making up the $3.01. And so they would take that off the top of my profits. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I say things that are like, I don't know, backwards in my head.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and share this because I have the link in the chat because Little Debbie said, or who was it? Little Debbie, I think, said, could you do a short on it? It is on her Etsy store. Jennifer, do you mind if I show your Etsy store link? Item that we're talking about. I fell in love with it when I saw it. It's gorgeous. If that's okay, just let me know in the chat, Jennifer. I already have it pulled up, by the way. Her link is in the chat too, by the way, or her Etsy. I don't care. Okay. Well, we're going to promote Jennifer's link to her Etsy store. It is in the chat, by the way. And this is the item I saw this morning, and I had to go check it out. Jennifer posted it. And again, if you're not on Facebook, definitely check out her that you like that page, her store, because anytime she lists things on her store, you'll get a notification on her store.
Oh, ooh.
And you can see there's the pendant portion right here to where there's a pendant in the bottom. I mean, look, there's the one right here with the pendant part. There's the back of it. It is Sarah Coventry.
Oh, that's a beautiful vintage set. My God, that's
yes. And she's only asking $40 for it. I thought it'd be more than that. But look at it. Each one of these are prong set. I mean, it's gorgeous. Sarah Coventry. So go check out Jennifer's store. Her link is in the top. I've been dropping it for that reason. She's got great stuff on her store. And yes, I
so cute with like a little 4th of July outfit. And red is the color for so many holidays. It's like Christmas and Valentine's Day and 4th of July. That's awesome. She's
got great items on her store.
Yeah, I know. I've shopped there. I got a designer, high-end designer bracelet that's worth about $500 more than what she sold it to me for. It was just incredible. I was really, really happy with it. I still am. It's literally one of my favorite pieces of jewelry that I own.
All right, let me get caught up back in the chat. Okay, yeah. That's where I was with Jennifer's question. I got carried away because of the other piece. Yeah. Jennifer make a short, and that's one. And just go to her store. You'll see everything she's got listed. All right, let's see here. Go for it. Yes. Hello, Purple Wings. Good morning. Hello and welcome. And everybody's saying it is in excellent condition. You can tell. Sherry, hello, good morning and welcome, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you. How's the weather in Texas?
Hi, Sherry.
Oh my God. And there's a lot of stuff in there you can check out. She's got pages of stuff.
Yes.
And if you're needing a gift for someone, birthday, Father's Day coming up, you name it. You might find on her channel, a page. You never know. So yeah, definitely check out her link. Do you lay t-shirts? Do you lay t-shirts flat for pics or do you hang them?
I have a light box, so normally I hang them in my lighting box. But if I were taking them outside, when I first started, I used to take them outside and put them on my table on the deck, and just do a flat lay, and then just show the measurements and give good descriptions. You know, is it crew neck or V-neck? Is it short sleeve, long sleeved, single stitch, double stitch? Is it a regular gray, heathered gray, light gray, charcoal gray? I mean, there's so much description that you can do. So yeah, I tend to lay them flat for pics if I'm doing them outside. If I'm doing them inside in my light box, I hang them up.
So what about those little mannequin or those half body mannequins that you can hang up on a hook?
Yeah.
Like a coat hanger hook. Did you ever think about using those?
I actually have a standing mannequin. So it's like a dress form. So it's a sleeveless dress form. And I use that for certain items that I think are not going to translate well if they're hung up. I try not to do that with t-shirts and things like that. And especially because a lot of t-shirts are gender kind of neutral. So, you know, they're unisex. They can be worn by men, women, you know, whatever. Right. So when it comes to like t-shirts or things or like polo shirts that could be worn by a man or woman, I try not to put those in mannequins, only because most mannequins have boobs.
Body parts. Yeah.
Yes.
The chest features.
Chesticles. Yes.
What I do at mine, though, I don't do much clothing, but the ones that when I do, I don't care, because I will also the arms come off the way you can adjust the arms for the sleeves and stuff like that when you're putting clothing on. But I use it for everything, men and women, and I guarantee you, I bought that about 2.5 years ago, and that's the best investment I ever made, because you can adjust it the height you need, especially if it's long sleeves or if it's a longer shirt. I've even done some muumuus, I guess you call them, the nightgown kind of things. And I've even used that and raised it up as high as I could. And actually, those sell pretty well quickly compared to the ones that I still have that are brand new, sealed and folded all up in the pack and stuff like that. I find that those do sell quicker. So that's just looks,
if you can show what the shirt looks like on something, or you can show what the piece of clothing looks like on something, it's always a better idea. I just, I'm not going to be like dressing and undressing a mannequin for like a $10 t-shirt. I kind of skip that part. Right. But if I have, like a ball gown, well, I don't do ball gowns. Okay, I have a couple. But if I have like a really nice expensive dress or a nice expensive jacket that I think is really going to look well on the mannequin, then definitely I will do that. Now, there are some things, believe it or not, that do look better on a hanger.
Yeah. I also use it for like jackets and coats and pullovers and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Because you can get the full, and when I go to measure, it's a lot easier when I put that flat on the top of where I do my photos. That I do lay flat for measurements. One of the things I always make sure to include in photos is the measure from armpit to armpit. From the top to if it's a long sleeve, I always make sure to measure the sleeve. And then I also measure from the collar down to the end of the shirt. And of course I do the neck also. So there are some, all clothing for shirts or things like that, I do those type of measurements and include it in photos. I must have a bigger box, big light box.
Yeah, Glammaz was generous enough. My first year, the first year that I was selling, I went absolutely nuts because I saw somebody on, and I'm not going to mention their name because it's not anybody, that, don't worry about it. Okay, it's Nicoles State, at which don't bother following. But she had a light box, and she would just walk in, take the pictures, walk out, and then hang up the next thing. And I thought it was the handiest thing I'd ever seen. I thought it was so cool. And I really struggled with photography. I knew what my Achilles heel was right from the get. So I was like sort of whining about this light box. And then I looked up the price, and it was like $300 for the walk-in light box. But my husband surprised me with it for Christmas.
Aww.
Yeah, Glammaz really he's a sweetheart. It was a big investment that I wouldn't have made on my own until at least my second year into Poshmark. But it saved me from having to go outside and freeze in the wintertime trying to take things with pictures with natural light, because I just couldn't get the lighting right on, inside the house. So
right. So if you have any questions about Poshmark, feel free to ask in the chat. That's what we're here for today on Thursdays, every Thursday morning. And if you'd like to come on and join us on the panel, you're more than welcome to. I can hold up to 10 people on the panel. The link is at the top of the chat. Come on in.
Come on in.
Yeah, come on in. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We want to make sure we get your answers to your questions. Out of curiosity, is there any new features that are coming out anytime in the near future for Poshmark?
Maybe. They're in a beta testing phase right now with promoted listings. Not everybody is thrilled about the idea of doing promoted listings on Poshmark because they have the highest fee of any. They have the highest percentage fee of any platform. However, sometimes if you if you have something premium in your closet, it may be helpful to have a promoted listing in that situation. Like if you have like a $500 pair of Manila Blahniks, you know, maybe you can afford to do a little bit of an upgrade on your thing. The problem with the beta test right now that I've heard, and I can't confirm this because I'm not in the beta test, but the problem that I've heard with the beta test with the listings, oh God, I literally just lost my train of thought. Hold on. Oh, is that they charge, sorry. Is that they charge every time that somebody clicks to look, you get charged for that. And so that would be, you know, we're not used to that on Posh. And I don't know if that's how it works for everybody else, but we are not used to that. Every time they click on it, you know, you could eat, and they would take those fees out of your profits on that item. So, you know, with the 20% and then the promoted listings, and then if you offer discounted shipping and you offer, you know, $2 off discounted shipping, if you have something that's not really, really high end, or that you're not getting a really good profit margin on, then why are you doing it?
So is there like a budget you can set? Because if I'm not mistaken, they're also doing that with Etsy, where you can set a budget. But the only thing with that, once you reached your budget, there's no more sharing or promoting for the rest of the day. Does that happen with you on that one, or do you know anything about that with the beta test?
I don't yet. We haven't seen a whole lot of results from the beta test yet. I've just got the bits and pieces that I'm hearing from other resellers. Okay. But as far as the excuse me, I'm so sorry. As far as the again, I'm sorry. It's such a weird morning.
I like her. She's quite funny. She did look at her kids and go, "Oops, I had a brain freeze."
Yeah, it's possible. I'm telling you, I've just had a weird morning.
So it's in beta form right now. So there's really nothing you can do.
Yeah, there's no
proof yet.
There's no hard evidence yet. Yeah, we don't have empirical evidence that it, you know, whether or not it works or whatever.
Okay, we're going to change a question into Ashley would like to know, does sharing speed up your sales? My Posh is always slow.
Yes, but it's not just sharing that speeds up your sales. You need to share daily, and you need to share. I share my closet a minimum of 10 times a day. That's not a lie. But to do sharing, I would say make sure that you're listing every day too, because if you are a consistent lister, and it doesn't matter what you list, as long as you are listing, it's more important that you list than what you list. But if you're listing, let's say 3 to 5 things a day, Monday through Friday, that sort of juices your, it juices your algorithm. Gooses your algorithm. It pinches your algorithm in the bot.
We have a statement question actually from Thrifting with MJ Beans. We are in that promotion group, and you are so right. So much to take in and out of the promote now that they're trying to figure out the percentage out.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, Beans, and
people love offers.
Yes, they do love offers. They love offers.
I've got listing daily too.
Listing daily. I'm telling you, the more consistently that you list, the better sales you're going to have. It's just listing equals sales. It's the great universal truth. It doesn't mean that you're going to all of a sudden have 100 sales where you had 2. That's probably not going to happen. But you are going to see consistent sales if you consistently list. I would say too, with the offers, Beans, there is my Posher BA will also, I have it set up to send out automatic offers on certain items. So if people hit the like button on that item, it'll automatically send them a specific offer. And it just depends on what what you set it at. Like I usually set mine at 15%.
And Michael says, why would you do a CPM model for promotion? Everyone else has a flat rate or a percentage. Strange model CPM is usually for banner advertising.
I don't know what a CPM model is.
All right, Renee, have a great day. Thank you for joining us. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Renee. Michael, could you please tell me what a CPM
Model
is?
of
Yeah. Else has a flat rate or percentage for promoted. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I'm old, Michael. I don't speak tech. You have to actually spell things out for me. I'm sorry.
Let's see if I can figure out what this is.
And I'm kind of a technophobe, so that doesn't help either. Oh, pay-per-click. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And the answer is I have no idea. They're beta testing it, and I mean, it seems dumb to me.
I could list a lot if I had someone just to tell me what price to sell my stuff at. It's a little long research. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right about that, Jennifer. Posh has an algorithm. Also, Flip is free to use and has a sharing feature and also auto offers feature.
It does. It's just not, from what I understand, and I've talked to a couple of people who have used both. And Flip's not quite as user friendly as Posh VA, but Flip's flip side, I guess, their silver lining is that they are free of charge, and that is especially if you're working within like a specific budget. You really, I mean, it really can save you money and do things for you. So I think that's great.
Also, for those that are getting ready to leave, I see some of y'all have to leave. Don't forget, at 2 o'clock today, I do have the first episode coming out at 2 o'clock, which is the Q&A about Etsy. And also coming out today at 2 o'clock, it's going to be on this channel and on YouTube podcast. Today at 2 o'clock, episode 1 of the Q&A about Etsy. It's already set up and ready to go. Also, Ashley says, if they're going to pay for promoted listings, then they need to lower the fee that they take.
That is, yes, that's exactly, that was one of my salty treats just week before last. I was just, that makes me extra salty, because if they're going to pay for promoted listings, then they need to lower the fee that they take. You're exactly right, because you know, then why are we paying extra?
Right.
Why am I paying 20%?
Exactly. And Beulah has a question. Do the items on Poshmark have to be new, or are they used items too? Asking for a friend.
It depends on the category. With pets, they all have to be new with tags. Anything else, used items are fine. You betcha. With makeup, I should say with makeup, you can't have used makeup.
But like, for example, clothing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely used clothing.
So everything you probably can, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Most of what I sell is used clothing, yeah.
So, yeah, there are some that you have to take a chance with, too.
Mm-hmm.
But so when you go to list something, does it even tell you, or how can they find out if it can be used or new? Does it tell you when you go to list it? Or will it mark you out saying you can't list this because it's not new?
Oh, no. No, you have to click on, there is a space when you're doing your listing. There's a space that says new, used, or new with tags. Or it actually says new with tags, yes or no. On the pet things, you have to click yes. Otherwise, you can't do it. So all the pet things have to be new with tags. Most of the makeup has to be new with tags. Now, when I say most of, it means like there are certain things like hair dryers and stuff like that, which are sort of makeup, sort of electronics. They can probably be used, but you can't have anything that goes on your skin. You can't have it used.
Amy says, Grandma, I saw 2 things on Poshmark. I need to go and change a few things.
List, girl. List. Absolutely.
And Jeannie makes a point too. And why are we sharing if they are promoted? That's what don't make sense to me.
Yet another, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Beans. You're asking the questions. You're asking the questions, and you're raising the concerns that I have too. And if you're paying to promote, you should not have to share it. That's another thing. Plus, here's my big thing, and don't get me on a soapbox, because John, but I'm just saying, this. If I send out offers to likers, I have to give a shipping discount against my will, whether I like it or not. If you send out an offer to a liker, you have to give a shipping discount. Now, remember that Poshmark does all their shipping through Poshmark, so the Poshmark seller would absorb that amount. So it's a 20% fee on the top. Plus, if you send an offer to liker, you do have to give a discount for shipping, and they take that out of your pocket, nobody else's. So how are we going to pay for promoted listings on top of all of that, when in fact the audience for Poshmark is actually much smaller than it is for something like eBay? What they're going to do if they continue with this, I believe, is drive a lot of sellers from Poshmark to eBay. I think that's going to happen.
All right, so there is a question in the chat that I do have to ask, because it is in the chat, but we know where it's coming from. So the question is there a section for heavier worn with reattachable tags?
Depends on what it is. Heavily worn with reattached tags. If it's got you mean like something that was returned to a store that was heavily worn that still had the tags, or that somebody tried to put the tags back on? I would clip those tags off and just put well worn. I mean, because if you click on new with tags, it's kind of misleading, and that we don't want to be ethical.
Get you in trouble.
Yeah.
That's on any platform, actually. Let's see. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's see. When they asked me to be in the group with promoted listings, darn right, we raised our price.
Yeah. Okay. He's being sarcastic. Yeah, I sensed that.
Yeah. Hello, Dee. Welcome. Good morning. Hello, and welcome, Dee Dee. Yeah, I know. But I got to give everybody their little questions and highlight it.
That's
Make sure
right.
you get them
And
answered.
that's okay.
Hello, Ella. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Chu. Hello, good morning, and welcome. How are y'all doing this morning? Great to see y'all this morning. Also, don't forget, we do this every Thursday morning. Right now, we are going to be rating the Dawn's Southern Finds. Dawn is going live at 9:30, and it's her and Susie Woozy live from the doghouse. So let's go and raid their channel. But they didn't start yet, but they're going to. So try to make sure you raid their channel for them. Give them some boost. Don't forget to make sure you are subscribed to Dawn Southern Finds Dawn. Tomorrow is our Deals of the Dawn tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And that way you can come on in, and we're going to be switching that over in July to her channel, and she will be taking it over, living up to his name. Oh, yeah, you're right about that, Dee Dee. And there's Glammaz Sunday brunch. So what I would like to do, hello, Mia. Welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. So I want Glammaz to promote her channel. And all her information, by the way, is in the description bar below, including Jennifer's been dropping the links in the chat. So make sure you go check out Glammaz Poshmark and check out her YouTube channel. And she is on Instagram. All that information is in the description bar below. So Glammaz, promote your channel.
Okay. If you insist. No, I'm joking. I actually do a Sunday brunch every week, and that's on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific. Guys, this is I'm on the struggle bus this morning for some reason. I think I'm getting tongue-tied or something. But we do live every Sunday, and we talk about all sorts of different things. So pop into the live on Sunday if you want to just grab a cup of coffee and hang out with some other resellers. I don't sell anything on that one. We just kind of just hang out and chat. Also, let's see. On June the 6th, I'll be on Kajun Roots Reseller on the live auction for the members, and that's where the members sell. So you do have to be a member of the channel to be a seller, but anybody can come and bid in the auction, and it's a lot of fun, and we visit a lot. And then on June 8th, very important date, we have the Pride auction. So I'm having members of the LGBTQ plus community coming on and selling for Pride Month to celebrate that. On June the 8th, we have lots of really, really fantastic sellers. And y'all get to meet my brother for the first time. So I hope I see you there. That's about it. Johnny, you're muted.
I just realized that. I had to mute Dawn's channel too, so I had to make sure. Then I forgot to unmute. Don't forget that all her information is in the description bar below, so you don't miss out. Everything from her Poshmark, her Etsy, her Poshmark, her Instagram, her YouTube channel, and her email. So if you need to get in touch with her, you can check that in, and Jennifer has been dropping it in the chat. Also, don't forget, today at 2 o'clock, my video does drop, and it's a Q&A all about Etsy, episode 1. I took a video that was an hour and 28 minutes and brought it down to 33 minutes. So that's what I've been doing, and taking all the morning shows from the Q&A, bringing them back down and downloading them, and then uploading them into a pre-recorded, so that way you'll get, and all the thumbnails do have some of the important questions. I do sit there and I write down each of the questions that were asked, so I can kind of use some of those for the thumbnail. So you should see that today at 2 o'clock. And if you're on podcast on YouTube, that will also be promoted today at 2 o'clock, put out live. So as I said before, in each and every show, if you would like to come on after the show's over, you're more than welcome to come on up. And as I said before, in each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. Until we meet again, later. Peace out. Y'all come back now. You here?